Hi guys, this is Dustin, Thickfin Mr. Too Lost to Be Stressed, and I just want to come at you today with a little bit different message. I usually try to stay pretty positive, but there are some days where you just wake up, I guess you could say wake up on the wrong side of bed, and you just wake up in a bad mood, or you wake up feeling depressed for whatever reason. And today was one of those days for me, I'll be honest with you. I woke up, I just didn't feel good for some reason. I felt like just kind of lost, for some reason. So I just want to kind of put that out there and let you guys know that everybody can feel that way sometimes, and that don't let it get you down on your business, because when you do this kind of work, you kind of have to keep yourself going and to keep yourself, motivated and upbeat. And one of the ways that I do that, and that I did this morning, was to listen to some motivating audios. And one of my favorite speakers to listen to is Les Brown. And there are these two audios that I listen to just about every single day, just about every single morning, by Les Brown. And I'm going to share those with you today. I actually got him off of his app. He's got a free app. Les Brown has a free app. And just in case you don't know, his name is spelled L-E-S, Brown like the color. So if you go into your Android or your iPhone app store, you can find it. But it's a good app. I recommend you get it. Basically, you go into it and it just starts playing motivational audios. And it's kind of cool because it actually has like his spoken words, his speeches and stuff, and actually has some music behind them, some inspirational tones and things that kind of get you going. It's hard to really explain unless you really listen to it. But yeah, so today I felt a little down, but that's how life is sometimes. You just get a little down, for whatever reason. Kind of have to pick yourself back up. I am Mr. Too Blessed to Be Stressed, so I did take it upon myself to pray to God and just kind of ask and kind of seek Him and see why I felt so down today, because I'm not really sure why. It's just one of those days where you just kind of have to bring yourself back up. I did listen to some good music, and that kind of pumped me back up a little bit, but it's kind of, curious sometimes how you feel that way. And it might happen more to business owners than to just everyday people. I'm not really sure. But I know that when you put that burden upon yourself, that, of making your own money and not relying on anybody else, it comes with a sense of freedom, but also comes that sense of responsibility, that responsibility to not waste your time, that responsibility to take care of your family and others, and, not sit in front of the TV or do something that could take away from that possible productivity and that possible money-making time, So, I don't know, but I do recommend that you guys, listen to Les Brown. He's one of my favorite speakers to listen to. I just kind of want to put out there, too, that it's okay to feel down sometimes. But just remember that the success that you see in front of you, the success you see in your inbox, in your emails, and online, if you've seen people who've made thousands of dollars and hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars doing online marketing and sales, no matter what niche you're in, no matter what category of sales that you're in, just know that if they can do it, so can you. Everybody starts off with the same sort of skill sets, and anything they have that you don't, you can learn. Any sort of special personality traits they have that you don't have, trust me, you can learn them. Pretty much success is out there for the taking. You just got to be willing to go out there and do it. You just got to be willing to put in the time and the effort to, if it's something about yourself that you need to change, some sort of, personality thing where maybe you're more negative than you need to be, or maybe you're not a people person, maybe you don't actually relate well to people. These are traits that you can learn, and you can you can change about yourself. That's the cool thing about being a human. You can be anything you want to be. You're not an animal. You're not a tree. You're not something that doesn't have a choice. You have a choice, and that's the cool part about being human and living on this beautiful earth. You're blessed and highly favored, and I feel that way every day. So I just have to sometimes remind myself that I am blessed and highly favored, and Les Brown helps me to remember that. So I'm going to play a couple of tracks, like I said, that I listen to on a daily basis, and they're pretty short, so don't worry, they're not going to take up your whole day or anything. Just a few minutes apiece. And I'm just going to put them in this video. Just listen really closely. I want you to pay attention to the way that Les Brown talks to you, the way that he speaks. He speaks with such conviction, and he speaks with such a burning desire to help you change. And that's kind of the way you have to speak to people sometimes. You know, you have to really kind of inspire them. You have to let them feel your emotions, let them relate to your emotions, and, you know, see that you have that invested interest in them and their success. So that's all I got for today, guys. Like I said, don't get yourself down, because you can do this. And here's Les Brown.
You must work on yourself continuously. Never be satisfied with yourself. Always know that as you invest the effort and time on you, that's the greatest ability that human beings have above animals. See, a dog can't be anything but a dog. Tree can't be anything but a tree. Human being, you've got unlimited potential. You can put effort on you, and by concentrating on you and developing you, you can transform your life wherever you are right now. And as you continue to work on yourself, you will begin to expand your vision of yourself. You begin to work towards self-mastery. And you will begin to see it reflect itself in all the dimensions of your life, your mental life, your physical life, your social life, in your relationships, your monetary life. So concentrate on developing yourself. The next thing is develop a health plan. See, you can't feel well and do well if you don't have good health. You can't perform if you don't have your health. Your health is valuable. Develop a health plan. A plan that you will follow, because this is the only vehicle that you have to carry you through this experience called life. And you want to take good care of it, because you love you enough. You care enough about you. And that's not easy. It is not easy having a health plan and sticking to it. You want to live life with energy and passion. You want to make a conscious effort to be lively. You want to be happy. You got a lot to be thankful for. So you got to learn to stand up to yourself inside yourself and short circuit, override that conversation that's always going on. 85% of what that conversation will tell you is negative. It's negative. It will tell you you're tired when you really are not tired. It will tell you you can't do it. It will fill you with fear. So you've got to watch that conversation. And when you find it going on, you've got to stand up to it and say, I'm going to do this anyhow. I'm afraid, but I'm afraid not to do it. And I'm not going to let you stop me. The biggest challenge that you will have in life is you. There's an old African proverb that says, if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. What do you want? What gives you your life? How will you know when you got it? What will make you happy? You need to know. You need to start asking yourself some questions. What do I really, really, truly want? You need to be exact about that. Don't be vague. Oh, I just want to be happy. That's too vague. What will make you happy? How will you know when you got it? You need to be exact about that. Don't be vague. Oh, I just want to be happy. That's too vague. What will make you happy? How will you know when you got it?
Life will always give us some questions. There will be times when we have to take time to search ourselves and saying, with all of these things out here, these roadblocks and these obstacles, what is it going to require on our part to make it happen? What's the final determining factor that will determine whether or not we're losers or winners in life? And here's what the answer is. It's you. No, it's not your circumstances. No, it's not your past. It's you. You're going to determine that. No, not what happened to you. No. It's you. It's you. You will determine whether or not this mission that you're on, and I believe that we're all on a mission. I believe that we all have a purpose, and we didn't just show up just to work every day and face some hard experiences in life, or go home after work and pop a can of beer and sit in front of the television set. No, I don't think that life is like that for us. I think that we all showed up here on a divine mission to do something. See, all of us have to begin to work to overcome certain things that we have picked up along the way in life. You've got to watch the energy that you're around, and you've got to start searching yourself to ask yourself, what is it? Is this really me? When you look in the mirror, when you look at your life, when you look at where you want to go, you've got to ask yourself the question, is this really me? Samuel Smiles says, life will always be to a large extent what we ourselves make it. What we make it. What you make your life. Not what circumstances will make of it. Not what other people will make of it. But what you make of your life. That's what your life will be. Not what other people say it will be. Not what the environment will try and dictate to you. No. What you make it. Live now. Common consciousness to keep people from living up to their true potential. Here's something that we must begin to realize and acknowledge. We were all created to be winners. All of us. How can you prove that? We can prove it by our consciousness, just by our subconscious mind. We were destined, we were born to be winners. We have been endowed with greatness. And I think the challenge is to begin to become in alignment with who we truly are and work diligently to manifest our greatness. And I'll give you an example that all of us do that demonstrate this. If you ever dream, whenever I had any dreams, I've never been an athlete before, but anytime I have any kind of dream about sports or movies or anything, I'm always the star. A friend of mine, she did her father's eulogy, and people were amazed at her, how they knew that she was daddy's little girl. They knew that they were very close, inseparable. And I asked her, how did you handle that? How did you do that? Because everybody knew that that was not only her father, but her closest friend. And she said that the day that he died, she said she was in his room and she was talking to him. You know, she said, Daddy, I love you, but I'm a big girl, and as much as I want you to be here, I want you to do what you want to do. But I must tell you, Daddy, I love you and I'm going to miss you. I'm afraid of thinking of life without you. And she said her father started moving his lips and he couldn't speak too loud, and she got closer and he said to her, you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. And she said that gave her the look in his eyes. That gave her a certain assurance that there was something that even death couldn't conquer that was in her father, that was now a part of her. And that was, death could not take his spirit. just by our subconscious mind. We were destined, we were born to be winners. We have been endowed with greatness. And I think the challenge is to begin to become in alignment with who we truly are and work diligently to manifest our greatness. And I'll give you an example that all of us do that demonstrate this. If you ever dream, whenever I had any dreams, I've never been an athlete before, but anytime I have any kind of dream about sports or movies or anything, I'm always the star. A friend of mine, she did her father's eulogy, and people were amazed at her, how they knew that she was Daddy's little girl. They knew that they were very close, inseparable. And I asked her, how did you handle that? How did you do that? Because everybody knew that that was not only her father, but her closest friend. And she said that the day that he died, she said she was in his room and she was talking to him. You know, she said, Daddy, I love you, but I'm a big girl, and as much as I want you to be here, I want you to do what you want to do. But I must tell you, Daddy, I love you and I'm going to miss you. And I'm afraid of thinking of life without you. And she said her father started moving his lips and he couldn't speak too loud, and she got closer and he said to her, you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. And she said that gave her the look in his eyes. That gave her a certain assurance that there was something that even death couldn't conquer that was in her father, that was now a part of her. And that was, death could not take his spirit. And she said her father started moving his lips and he couldn't speak too loud, and she got closer and he said to her, you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. And she said that gave her the look in his eyes. That gave her a certain assurance that there was something that even death couldn't conquer that was in her father, that was now part of her, and that was, death could not take his spirit.